Hey guys, welcome to a new week. I hope you have been well. I just want to thank you so much, first of all, for the love you showed my last video. It seems like you really liked it, and I thank you so much for watching. And I just want to welcome all the new subscribers. We're finally at 200 subscribers. I know for me it feels slow because it's been almost 1.5 years, going on 2 years, and yes, there are channels that grow faster than mine, but I'm grateful for each and every one of you because I know you're loyal and you keep supporting my videos and you keep watching them, and I truly appreciate it. This week I wanted to share a factory tour. I went to Vivo a couple of months ago, Vivo Activewear. They have a factory at Baba Dogo, and we actually got a factory tour, and I managed to get footage as we were touring the factory, and I wanted to really share it with you guys. So it was taken with a phone, so bear with me. The footage may not be the clearest, but I think you'll still get the point. I really wanted the Kenyan audience to really see that it's possible for someone to grow a brand from having a small workshop in the house, or just working with a very small workshop and building your brand to a level like Vivo's. And for me, this specific location that I went to was the second location I have been to for Vivo, because they used to be in a smaller location. Now they've really expanded. They're actually in 2 go-downs, which is just amazing. We only toured one, and we were actually there because we were invited for a workshop from a software company called Audaces that generally help manufacturers, I think, to make the systems a bit more better for production, for more effective production, reducing waste and reducing time, and having just better produced clothes. And the owner of Vivo, who is Wandia, was kind enough to invite local designers to come and hear a presentation about it. I will also mention a bit about Audaces. I won't really go in depth, but I will share everything in video and slide form so that you can understand. I will probably give you a bit of history about Vivo, and then explain about Audaces, and also just give you the factory tour. I really do want the video to be short, so I'll just do it in voiceover form, and I hope you will enjoy it. Thank you so much for being here. See you at the end. About Vivo. Vivo Activewear is a Kenyan-based clothing retailer that started with one shop at the Junction Mall in Nairobi and now operates over 22 stores in major malls in Kenya and Rwanda. Wandia Gishuru and her co-founders started it in 2011, and Vivo means in the living and was founded out of the love of dancing and fitness. In over 10 years of operation, Vivo has blossomed as a go-to store for stylish and comfortable, functional and affordable women's clothing in Kenya. The brand is known for its bright, versatile, colorful and edgy styles. Vivo appeals across the board and is particular to anyone who enjoys style and is young at heart. In 2019, Wandia diversified into Shop Zetu, a multi-brand, multi-vendor online fashion marketplace for affordable, trendy footwear, beauty and accessory brands. It caters for men, women and kids and carries a large range of well-known African brands. This is the design room where the whole process of deciding the new concepts and designs and colorways and the fabrics that will be used starts before you move on to patterns and cutting. There was a large room that was used to store fabric. Where you're seeing the brown paper is probably for the white fabric so that it doesn't get dirty, and that's fed into the printer. All of the fabrics have tags, and when they're fed into the printer, they are put on a rack so that they can be ready to be fed into the machine. Vivo have invested in very big industrial printing machines, and they print their fabric. Those are the dyes as well as the machines. They keep the fabric in brown paper rolls so that they don't get dirty, and then it's fed in the machine, and then they dye the fabrics into different prints, and they usually print polyester fabric, so most of the outfits that are printed are polyester, even as they look into other types of fabric later. So this is the cutting station. This is the old school way of doing things, where you basically place fabric on the table and then put it in layers and then cut it and then place the pattern. This is a pattern that has multiple pattern pieces and then you cut them, and I wanted to show you the layers. There's so many layers of fabric. That's the same design in different colors, and then the same pieces are put together. So if it's sleeves all put together, front put together, back put together, and then this other station is where they are bundling them up so that they can be joined to. Those are the pieces that will be joined together to be sewn at the workshop. This is where the bundle pieces are put together according to the design and how they will be matched. So this is the workshop. Vivo used the line method of production where the tailors sew certain sections and then it's passed down, and then there is a quality check. The most interesting thing I found about this workshop is how quiet the machines were. They were not that loud, noisy industrial machines. They were actually pretty quiet, and how comfortable the seats were for the tailors. I really do think they think about even how the tailors feel while they are working. So by the end of the tour, we were shown the storage room where they keep clothes that have been finished. They will probably be finally inspected before distribution to the different stores. So of course, the different stores need different quantities and different styles, probably sell better in some stores than others. So of course, that's probably what this whole process is. And of course, they include the packaging. I did manage to grant an interview in the process because they wanted maybe some insights about the workshop and what we thought, and I gave them that. And of course, you can watch the full interview on their YouTube channel. And I see that I really talked a lot. Yeah. About Audaces. Audaces is a multinational company that offers innovative solutions for fashion businesses. They have 3 major branches, 2 in Brazil and 1 in Italy, and the branch from Italy is the one that sent their representatives because they're the closest to us and serve this region. They are in 70 countries, they are in 400 institutes, and they have 20,000 customers. So some of the common obstacles that are faced in the fashion industry, these are the ones that they help solve. Delayed deadlines, outdated processes, paper cutting, excess prototypes, slow and low quality nestlings, and insufficient communication. So I'm going to explain a bit more about the Audaces 360 software and what it does. So in fashion, the whole company has a great challenge to be efficient in design and profitable in production. Audaces 360 is the ultimate platform you need for your business to meet and exceed this challenge. Audaces 360 is an innovative concept of integrating the creation and production steps for you to achieve success in your collection. It provides a solution to generate more results, optimize creative talent and resources through information and practicality. And the diagram there shows basically what it would look like if you had all the Audaces solution. The other thing they did mention is that you don't have to get all their processes. You could actually just pay for one, the one you need. And I'm going to get into that into the next slides. I have named the 8 processes: the ISA processes, the FS, the idea, the pattern, the 3D, the DG Flash, marker, and Supera. I'm going to explain more of it in the next slide, but remember that you don't have to get all of them, although ideally if you get all of them you have a 360 solution, but you can also just use some of them that you need. Audaces ISA is for managing new collections and basically working with the experiences of the creation and style teams to create new products. So that is what that software is for. Audaces FS is Fashion Studio. Basically helps you create 3D iterations of your designs so that you don't have to do it on paper, so that you can see how it moves and the things you need to change. So it's basically to make your designs in 3D. Audaces idea is for your technical drawings, and it also goes into the details you need to do, and it's good for the product development and production team to use the software because it helps them be in the same line of thinking when they are working together. This is for creating patterns. Audaces pattern is for creating patterns, so it creates high resolution patterns digitally right from your computer. This was my favorite, Audaces DigiFlash, because basically it eliminates all those many paper patterns you've made over the years and you can digitize them. So this specifically has a board like the one I am showing you right now that we saw at Vivo. And you have to buy the board from them because their system understands the board and you can basically digitize your paper patterns. Audaces Marker basically helps you reduce waste because it optimizes all the space on your fabric. Basically, you use it to mark out your patterns on the fabric so that you can reduce waste. And of course, this is done digitally once you've digitized your patterns. Of course, if you get the whole solution, it takes care of everything, but yeah, that's what this is for. Audaces Supera is the higher version of the Audaces Marker. It also just does the same thing but at a more superior level because it uses AI and it helps you reduce time and waste, and you can use to set it up with one or more computers, and it helps also manage your materials and your time and your processes. Other products were Audaces Shape U, which was an intelligent solution that evaluates measurements and body patterns for each user and compares it with the measurements of the product. So it's very, very good for your e-commerce store. So that is a product they have. They have Audaces Linear, which is an automated spreader for your cutting room, and you can spread your fabrics with it. It's actually a whole machine. You can check it online. Also, Audaces Neo Bravo is also a very big machine that is used for designing clothes and also continuously feeding super fast economic production. They do have a process for installation, so they come and inspect and survey your premise, which is what they had come to do at Vivo, and because they had already done that is when they were Wandia thought it was wise to invite designers to come and hear about the product. We were encouraged to do it in groups if possible, but yeah, I think it really needs people really working together. So they do inspection and survey, then they set up and integrate, then they do education tests, and they really do a lot of support. They offer support both in person and virtually. So I hope you have enjoyed that video. I hope you have been encouraged and inspired to get your fashion brands to the next level, or if you do not own a fashion brand, to support more local designers so that we can also get to that kind of level, to produce in that level. I know for international audiences, especially from the West, it might be a bit confusing because for you guys, you're used to the mass-produced clothes locally made. In majority countries in Africa, the made-to-measure model is more popular. So very few local brands are actually ready-to-wear brands because it needs a lot of capital basically to reach that level. And most of the people who do ready-to-wear actually do it for export. Vivo is one of the few brands that actually does specifically for local consumption, and I know that they really are targeting the region in terms of the continent of Africa. And they also have Shop Z2, as I had mentioned in the slides, that is actually a multi-brand platform for local designers who really want to get into the ready-to-wear space to basically test the concept and see if it's working. And I can tell you that there are very many ready-to-wear brands that have really come up because of this, and just I think as a country we are ready for more ready-to-wear brands to come up, and also because Kenyans really embrace the internet and shopping online has become more popular, especially after COVID, and the fact that we have systems like mobile money and M-Pesa, it has really helped us to embrace it. I can just say honestly, it's more popular in Nairobi than the rest of the country, but I'm sure eventually they'll catch up. So I hope you've enjoyed it. As promised, next week I talk about Yali. It will be for 3 weeks. For those of you who do not know what Yali is, you'll learn more about it next week. Young African Leaders initiative. I think that this is early enough for me to make a video that will be a resource for people who want to apply later in the year, and also maybe some pointers for people who are actually going next month to the US for their fellowship. So I hope I will catch you then. It will be a bit different. It won't really be very fashion oriented, but very generalized because I get a lot of questions about it. I'll see you next week. Thank you for watching. Bye.